Chicago News. Okay, have you heard about this surgery that is hot? A lot of people are checking it out. If you're interested in a firmer, bigger backside, I'm guessing more ladies might do this, but we'll ask in a moment. More women are asking plastic surgeons to firm up their derriere by transferring fat from things like their thighs to their behinds. And Dr. Peter Geldner is here from the Geldner Center. Good morning. So great to see you again.
Good morning, Dawn. Good to see you.
So tell us about this. These look pretty threatening, what you have here.
These are soft and friendly little tools.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Well, patients will come to me and say, you know, Doc, I really want the liposuction, but can't you do something with the fat? And I say, absolutely. What we do is that it all begins by taking fat from a given area with instruments that are passed between the skin and the body wall, and that's where the fat lives. We take these living fat cells and stem cells, we collect them, we purify them and concentrate them. And so what we can do is then transfer it into smaller instruments, and we can get rid of some of these areas that sit by the bra, the flanks, basically the muffin top, and transfer that into a inadequate behind and create something that's a little bit more pleasing.
Now let me ask you, is this permanent, or does the fat eventually go away if you exercise, for example?
Well, fat is fat, no matter where it sits and no matter where it comes from. So if you lose a lot of weight, you're going to lose some of the volume. But utilizing these types of techniques, we can get things to last substantially more than otherwise. So in other words, it's basically a permanent solution.
Now, would you say this is safer than, we've heard of people injecting all kinds of other things back there?
You don't want to be putting the other things in, because with any operation there are risks and potential downsides, even with fat transfer. So you have to make sure that whomever is doing this is ideally certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgeons. So the issue is that we can get bad results whenever we do any of these things. The key is to do it correctly.
Now let me ask you this, because a lot of women choose to get implants, silicone or saline, breast implants. Is this something that could be used for breasts as well?
Fat transfer has been around for well over 100 years, and we've been using it for lots of different indications. We use it in faces, we use it in body contour issues, we use it in behinds, and we even use it in breasts.
How popular is the procedure here in Chicago, would you say?
It hasn't really caught on in Chicago. Here we seem to want something the way we want it, when we want it, how we want it. And when it comes to doing it into the breasts, it's a very modest result that isn't necessarily what the patient wants immediately.
Now, if someone is interested in this surgery, what do you recommend they do to get started first?
Well, I think that the best thing to do is to spend some time on the web, find out what it is that you really want, and then schedule a consultation. Ideally with me, be happy to see them, and we can talk about the different options. The first thing is we need to make sure that the patient's an appropriate candidate. They have to be healthy, they have to have fat to give, and they have to have realistic expectations in terms of what their outcome is going to be.
And do you also recommend that they're kind of at the weight already that they want to be at, because going up and down probably not good too?
I want them at a stable weight. You know, whether that's a high weight or a low weight, as long as they're at a reasonable risk, then they're an acceptable candidate, at least for consideration.
Okay. Well, thanks for giving us the lowdown on the lowdown, I guess. Dr. Peter Geldner, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Dawn. Pleasure.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Well, when we come back, we'll check out the return of an American